Hi and welcome to Australian Gamers Friday Night Podcast. I'm Matt.
And I'm Yug.
Tonight we'll be talking about Project Joystick Winner.
Heavenly Sword stuff.
The free Wii remote jackets.
Australian government. The government shafts local developers.
And some big game rumours. That's
we
big
have
game rumours, just by the way. There's no big gay rumours.
No, I can.
Though there have been some quite around.
Really? Have there been gay rumours?
About you, yeah.
Really? About me?
Yep.
Started by you, most probably.
Undoubtedly.
Okay. All right. Great. Glad we got that one out of the way.
Confirmed by me later on.
That's.
What? When people say, I've heard Yug's gay, is that true? I say, yes. Yes, it is.
Right. Okay. Glad to see we've started the podcast off with such a high standard.
Oh, that's a change. At least you're sober this time, which is bad, actually. Probably a bad thing.
I'm sorry. We've got a lot of stuff to talk about.
Okay, so let's talk about it.
Yep.
Are we starting with the big gay rumours?
No. We're going to start with Heavenly Sword.
Okay.
Just because I figure we usually start with something at the beginning or the end, so I think so.
Whatever. Jump in
and because you have absolutely nothing to say on the matter.
No, no interest. No, that's not true. Interest. I am interested in it. It looks like a cool game and stuff, but I can't contribute in any way.
No, I like
Other than contributing the fact that Heavenly Sword could be taken in itself as kind of a gay term.
No, it really couldn't.
No.
You'd have to be reading into it way too much.
Which I am.
That. Yes.
Which I am.
You
Possibly
would
if you changed Heavenly to Pork, then it's kind of gay.
Yes, it is. But
also a bit of a stretch.
Also a bit of a stretch. These gay rumours, are you sure they're not about you?
Possibly will be after this.
Okay.
Alright, so Heavenly Sword.
Heavenly Sword, I simply wanted to say that unexpectedly I found myself actually playing the game. I had my sister come around and we hired out a couple of games and one of them was Heavenly Sword. And she wanted to play it and I'm like, yeah, great, okay, fantastic. I didn't really have all that much interest in it. I heard it was good. It looked like
Here's one I've been relatively interested in just because the movement is so good and the chick's hot.
Yes and yes. I just kind of thought, hey, it's kind of like it's God of War, except with chick.
On the PS3.
Yeah. I mainly just wanted to say how surprised I was that it's fantastic. It's really good, really enjoyable. The characters and the animations are beyond anything else I've actually seen on any platform at all.
You're saying it's got a good sense of humour too.
It has a great sense of... The villains, the bad guys, are funny. Like the main evil bad guy king sort of thing. It's just this dry sense of humour, which I just wasn't expecting. The whole thing, all the scripted sequences actually seem really, really natural and really cool. Nice. It's just my only problem with the game is it's short, and it goes from hey, this is a lot of fun. Hey, I'm hitting things, and oh my god, why am I dying every 5 seconds all of a sudden?
So you're saying that your only problem with the game is that you're not very good at it
at the end.
Right.
I'm sorry, the difficulty curve just goes from like fluffy bunnies to die you bastard sort of thing, you know.
Okay.
Fluffy bunnies to Nazis. I don't know.
I was thinking. I'm not quite sure how a curve. Like, what's in the middle? Because you've gone from different.
This is the point. There is no middle. There is no middle. There is one or the other. That's what I'm saying. That is my problem with it.
No, I get that, but you compared two different kinds of things.
That was the point.
No. But what I mean is, you've gone from it starts off and it's like a Sunday afternoon, and then later it's a truck.
Yep.
I don't really know how that works. Is that a big jump? Never mind.
I hate you.
I'm being really pedantic.
Yes, you are. But anyway.
Because we were talking about Project Joystick, which I know I'm segueing. Follow me here. We were talking about Project Joystick, and Doug asked me, so do you know more about this than I do? And I'm like, how would I know?
Look, see,
I know what I know, but I don't know what you know, and I don't know if what I know is more than you know.
But you see, here's the thing. Matt and I have known each other for a long time. He could have just taken that comment and actually said, probably. Or I
probably should just assume that I know more about any subject than you.
This is pretty much the issue sort of thing.
But I thought you might have looked it up or something. How would I know?
Every so often, you'll just want to particularly be a bit of a bastard.
Not true. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, okay. Well, there we go. You segued yourself into Project Joystick, which, let me just, make sure everyone... I don't know all that much about, but it is very relevant to Australian Gamer because of AJ's little tiff with them previously.
Yeah, probably anyone who listens to the podcast would know that AJ actually had quite a lot of discussion, fervent discussion with the people responsible for Craig Middleton, particularly the PR
for
corporate
Big Pond.
shill or drill, depending on whether you're an idiot or not. For Big Pond, I believe.
Big Pond,
yeah. And because it's their competition, and basically AJ's criticism is that you're giving them your IP, your valuable IP.
Yep.
I don't agree and I don't care, but that's not the point. It's still of interest because we've covered it so extensively.
Yep.
Long story short, the winner was finally announced, the actual winning game. I think the winning person was announced a little while ago.
Yeah, I think it was, the winning company. It was actually a web dev company that I'd heard of before. I can't remember who it is, though. Really should have looked that up.
No, you're wrong. You're talking about something different. You must be, because this was won by a single woman.
Oh, well, in that case,
the idea.
I must be thinking.
It might be. What you might be thinking
the
of
company
is the company that's going to be
game.
developing.
Yes.
That's different.
Yes,
they're
you're
not
right,
the same.
Different. Yeah, I know that. That's why I'm agreeing with you.
Right. I
know this doesn't work well for a podcast when I agree with you.
But you started off wrong, so that's.
But see, now we're arguing about the same thing now.
Anyway, so the winner's been announced, and it's a woman whose name I can't remember, but she's apparently a 33-year-old woman, mother of 2 or 3. She has children, and
you can't remember her name. Just
I can't remember your name.
You can't. Sorry, I just thought there was like. You're like, I can't remember her name because she's 33, has kids, and I have no interest in her.
I have quite a fondness for 33-year-old women with kids. No, I just can't remember her name because I'm stupid.
Fair enough.
But, the winner was announced, and her game is a dung beetle game. It's about poo.
Yep. Well, there's a unique approach.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure why they chose poo as a medium, really.
You kind of have to question what some of the other entries were.
If the winner was shit, what were the others? Like, less than that?
Look, admittedly, it's different. It's not a World War II shooter. You know, it's not.
But it was never going to be.
No.
It was never going to be a full-on 3D action spectacular because the limits on the game were always.
Yeah. No, of course.
It pretty much was always going to be a casual game.
Is there anything more? Like, is it Dory the Dung Beetle or something like that, or is there more?
I don't know, but I presume it has a name because everything has a name, and it's probably a cool name, and it's probably a funky dung beetle.
Yep.
But
he raps as well.
He raps, yeah.
Yes.
I'd say so.
He has a theme song.
A rapping dung beetle.
Yes.
Awesome. But he basically rolls around his dung and has to collect
who
more
would the
dung.
bad guys be?
Things that take dung, I would think.
That's not many things, really.
It's you. Because you're a turd burger.
Yeah, no.
That's what I'm saying.
I saw.
See that?
You know what?
Back to the gay thing.
I saw where it was going, and I was stunned. I was literally stunned.
Like deer in the headlights.
I was, literally stunned before you even said anything.
All right.
That's.
Yeah. So.
Oh, God.
No, I don't know. But one thing that I was reading the comments. Actually, it's interesting. The comments from the announcement had a lot of stuff from members of our forums.
Oh,
as well.
Our forums. Okay.
Yeah. There were a lot of people I recognised from our forums, including Joby, who is also a corporate.
Where were they saying? In the Big Pond forums?
On the Big Pond. On the Big Pond news post there was comments. Okay. One of them was a very valid, because a few people were saying, the gameplay at least sounds like it could be interesting, blah, blah, blah. Could have a bit of a Katamari sort of feel, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, that's true.
But someone else said, couldn't that same gameplay be developed in a slightly more appetizing way, like a cat with a ball of string or something like that? And I thought that was actually a pretty good point. Or, making a snowball or something like that. Like, there's better things than poo.
But marketed in the right... I think it's more that...
You're a beetle.
Yep.
And you collect shit.
Hey, and you know what? Point me towards another game with characters similar to that, or like motivations towards that.
There's a reason that there's no other games that are about that.
I think you're judging it too harshly. Let's see what
happens.
We'll
see what.
And I'm sure, the 33-year-old woman with 2 kids is going to, appreciate seeing her game actually be made while she has, none of the profits are going towards.
No, but she does win prizes. She wins laptop and stuff.
Big Pond
Not a
T-shirt.
laptop. No, she went to computer.
Computer? Well, that's good.
I'd have a computer.
Yeah. Good.
And I'd get it
Excellent.
off Big Pond straight away. I wonder
Yeah.
if it's locked like those phones.
What?
You know, when you buy a prepaid phone, they're locked to a carrier.
You think Big Pond locks
I think
their
they lock the
computers?
computer, probably.
Really?
Yeah, so you got to be on Big Pond. That doesn't work.
Anyway, yeah, so Project Joystick, good on you, lady, and good on Big Pond, and no doubt AJ will have some interesting stuff to say about it, I guess.
Yeah, he's already had to say he's posted on our site.
I never read our site.
No, of course. Yeah, so what else have we got? Free Wii Remote jacket.
Yeah, look, as Phil mentioned on the front of our site, anyone who kind of doesn't see the huge warnings that you should tighten your Wii Remote wrist strap, and frankly anyone stupid enough to swing a Wiimote hard enough
to throw it,
Nintendo are now putting in even more safety precautions. They're actually releasing a jacket, a plastic jacket thing that slips over the top of your Wiimote.
It's basically the silicon jacket protectory puffy thing.
So I think
basically Nerf.
Yeah.
It's Nerf for your.
They're also talking about releasing giant helmets and bubble outfits for people that are playing the
Wii. Or you can just take the cheap option and just wrap yourself up in bubble wrap.
Which I've heard is really quite effective. And actually covering up your TV.
Yeah,
totally. Yeah, actually putting it in a box so that your TV doesn't get damaged.
A box of ballistic glass.
Yep.
And also glue the controller to your hand so that it can't go loose.
Yep.
Safety.
Actually,
Safety people.
I think Nintendo's actually releasing some official Nintendo glue.
Probably Nintendo bubble wrap as well.
Yes, absolutely. Because they love releasing their useless peripherals and accessories.
Yeah, the funny thing about it is it's free. They're releasing them free.
And this isn't a state. This is in Australia. If you go to the Nintendo website right now and you provide the serial number of your Wii, they will send you out one of these plastic jackets.
Now, if you have a Wii,
yes,
which I think everyone does.
So it seems.
I think there's 12 per person.
Yeah. Because they're just cheap.
You logically have more than one.
I believe you get Wii's now in Happy Meals.
You do.
Yep,
It's the current toy in the Happy Meal. You have more than one controller.
Mm-hmm.
So does that mean you get more than one?
No.
Why not?
Because you bought one Wii with one controller.
But they're not. The jacket is not on the Wii; it's on the controller.
So you should
get one per controller.
So you can go out and you can buy extra jackets for each controller. I don't know.
I don't know if they're for sale or not.
I will find out. I'd imagine they will be eventually.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't see any reason why not.
I just think they're a dumb enough idea that I'm willing to take any avenue to pick on them.
Fair enough.
Even if it's not accurate. Accuracy is secondary.
It just can't. I think the other thing is it provides a better grip for people using them, sort of thing, so they don't swing out of your hands. That's what they're saying on the site.
Whatever.
Don't look at me like that. That's actually what it's saying. It's saying that it provides protection on the Wii Remote, and it also provides a better grip, so you can hold it and you don't lose it as much.
Okay. Because I know I've lost heaps of them flying out of my hands.
I have never dropped a goddamn Wiimote
No,
before.
neither have I. I think if you can't use your opposable thumbs, just give back the Wii Remote.
But this is kind of the thing. The Wii is for people that don't play games.
Do they still have an opposable thumb? Do they know how to grip with their fingers?
Try to glip it, sort of thing. Yes.
Glip, whatever. Yeah. They still have hands. Non-gamers have hands. They do. They don't use them for the right things, admittedly, but they do still have functioning limbs.
I mean, I've seen my grandparents use the Wii, for example, and they're really unsure while doing it. It's like they're trying to play tennis, and so they're like, hit the ball. Jeez, okay, you're right. And they swing as hard as they can because they're simulating what they would do when they're hitting a ball. They don't realize that the movements don't need to be quite that obscenely huge. They can just be quite small and subtle. They don't grasp that concept.
And that's fine. I'm not saying there's not a place. I'm just saying that I think it's a dumb concept.
I'm just saying that
and
people
I don't
should
think
tie
Nintendo
the freaking strap to their wrist.
Yeah, true. And because Nintendo's actually, it's going to cost them a lot of money. I think $17 million.
Really?
To send these things out, yeah. Just from the cost of making them, the cost of shipping.
I gotta say, if I was Nintendo Australia, I would not be, and I would not be sending these out for free. And frankly, as a consumer, I'd be fine with that. No, I wouldn't be expecting them to.
No.
As opposed to Microsoft, that I would expect them to fix a broken three rings of death.
There's a very big difference between...
my console is not turning on.
Yeah.
And I think I need this useless plastic shell around my Wiimote because I'm an idiot sort of thing. Yeah, but it's... Yeah.
Yeah, no, I do agree. And I don't approve of agreeing.
God damn it. Can we argue about something? Is there anything here we're going to argue about?
Let's argue about the Australian government shafting local developers.
Okay. You argue...
What's your point? What's your side?
Well, my side was that I think Australian game developers should. Absolutely.
I don't. There we go.
There's basically... Oh, this really sucks because I'm not going to be able to remember all the specific details. Tax rebates, basically. The game industry in Australia has asked for the same tax rebates as the film industry.
Indeed.
Or even just the same recognition.
Rebates.
No, and even...
They want recognition, but they want money. They want recognition via money.
They get money. I mean, okay, good example, Oran, for example. They got investment from overseas. They could not get investment from the government or anything like that.
Yep.
Whereas the film industry...
I get that, but none of what you've said has been about recognition. That is money. Money is the thing where people give you money.
Yes, but I'm saying that to get the government to invest, they're not being recognised as a serious industry. They're not even being recognised on the same level as the film industry, even though I think they're make
substantially bigger.
Yeah, it's substantially
bigger. Yeah, the exports of games developed in Australia are substantially higher.
In the last couple... I mean... For any of you casual gamers that don't really care whether a game comes from Australia or not, and fair enough, there now are actually a lot of decent games that you may have actually played or heard of coming out of Australia. Bioshock, for example, was Irrational Games. They're in Boston and Canberra.
Yeah.
You know, you've got all the Destroy Human stuff. You've got the next Hellboy game, all the Spyro games. Of course... Medieval, right here in Brisbane, sort of thing.
Yeah.
You know, there are lots of games that you would have heard about, regardless of whether you know they're from Australia or not. So, and that's been a more recent thing than not.
Yeah. But I still don't think they deserve money.
Why?
Because that's the point I've taken.
I know, but you need to justify your point of view.
Because they smell.
Right.
Do I actually have to back this up?
Yes.
Because that's going to be tricky.
Well, okay, take it from the government. But why would the government be doing this? Why would the government not give the game industry...
They don't want to give money to government. That's what they're for.
Okay.
They want to spend that money on schools and hospitals instead, which deserve the money far more.
But then why does the film industry get 40% rebate?
Because we have to protect the jobs.
But there's more jobs in the gaming industry.
Yeah, but that's not the point.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
You're just arguing now for the sake of arguing. What? Okay, here's another question. I mean, the GDAA was the main driving force behind this.
Yep.
They're sort of
the askers.
They are the voice of the local gaming developer industry and things like that.
Yep.
What can now be done, if anything, to actually raise this issue or to get
Well, I think the next step is for the GDAA to start robbing banks, perhaps.
Yeah.
Organised crime.
We could be involved in that.
I'd be happy to.
Yeah?
They say crime doesn't pay, but I think we all know that that's nonsense.
It does. Crime does pay.
Crime pays very well.
Yeah. It's not a long-term career choice.
No, it's not good. We're not advocating crime.
Absolutely not. But, you know, if you have a good plan, let us know.
Yeah, for sure. A heist of some kind.
We'll get together with the GDAA. Are we implying now that the GDAA are all criminals?
No, we're implying that they should be.
Right. Okay. Fantastic. Yeah. I'm so glad kids look up to us.
Kids don't look up to us.
They do.
Kids are embarrassed by us. Adults look up to us.
That's even more disturbing. But anyway, okay. Well, so there's nothing really more that we can say on that. I mean, it's just another long list of the government being stupid in regards to its local video game industry, whether that be developers not giving them decent tax breaks or us gamers naturally not even having a R rating classification.
You always bring it back to that like that's particularly relevant. But in any
case... Isn't it?
No, not particularly.
Oh.
Because that's a legislative matter, not a...
That's still the government.
You see things in such simple terms, don't you? There's like the government and police, and then there's cars, and it's like... Well, it's all very simple. Like, your world is drawn in crayon. I think that's hilarious. Here is the government.
Well, I know there's different sections of the government and stuff like that, but in general, it's like that's where my taxes go to, to pay the government to do stuff like that.
Whatever they do.
Whatever government-y stuff it's right. I don't know. You're the politically interested one of the two of us.
The thing that I find...
You actually read game politics.
The thing that I found interesting about it was that the night that they announced that the government responded by saying, piss off, was the same night they actually were giving... I can't remember which two games.
Tantalus, I think it was.
Tantalus, it might have been.
It was
awards for excellence in generating export revenues.
Yeah, that's right.
Which is a nice little backhand. Nice little slap.
Congratulations, yeah. Oh, by the way, yeah.
Here is no recognition whatsoever for you.
But they don't want recognition, they want money.
They want money. But they didn't get money, they got recognition.
I'm sorry, I'm choking to death here.
I know, I was enjoying it.
Right, well, let's move on to big game rumours.
Big game rumours.
What big game rumours would you like to talk about, Matt?
That's a bit odd. But yeah, there were two main ones that are worth talking about, really. One is that the rumour that Bungie shall be leaving Microsoft. Now,
I don't know if that one's still valid. Microsoft issued an official statement saying
people keep
it's not
saying
true.
that. Microsoft have not announced jack. Microsoft have announced that they haven't announced anything, which is not, in fact, a denial of anything.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why people can't read the lines. People read between the lines, like...
Because I just trust whatever Microsoft says.
No, you've got to read the words that they say. Don't just get a gist. You have to actually read the words. You can't just look and say, Microsoft didn't approve it, therefore it's not true. You have to look at it and go... They basically said, we have made no such announcement. We are enjoying the success of Halo 3 or something like that.
It would be...
Which is not saying we're not going to announce something on Thursday.
Okay, look, Bungie are doing Halo Wars coming out, right?
Indeed.
And they've now done Halo 3. And I haven't finished it yet. I'm about halfway through it. But I've heard that it's got a good wrap-up ending sort of thing. As in, like, it's... Do
you mean like a dance remix kind of?
Yes, a wrap-up.
Right, cool.
No. Moron. I don't know. Look, I just get the impression that surely Bungie must be sick of goddamn Halo.
Well, that's apparently the thing. They're sick of Halo, and they...
and fair enough.
And they've apparently bought their name back from Microsoft.
That would have been quite expensive.
Well, yeah, I don't imagine it would have been cheap.
I thought it would have been cheaper for them just to leave and start up their own game development company.
Yeah, but the name carries so much weight.
That is true. That is true, yeah.
So, apparently they own the rights to like, if they were to leave, they would own the rights to make Halo, but Microsoft would own the rights to publish it. Or first right or something to publish it.
Yep.
So, now nothing has been confirmed of that, and a few people I've talked about have said, these rumours have been floating around for ages, but they're apparently starting to seem quite concrete. Things are... there's been more and more rumours from a wider range of places.
Well, we'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens.
But
that could be an announcement.
Could that imply that in the future Halo might appear on other consoles?
It could imply exactly that.
We
could have a PlayStation 3 version of...
I doubt that. This is something else I've really been noticing lately, now that I've been getting into the PlayStation 3 a little bit more, is it really isn't having all that many exclusive titles.
No, it's really not.
And the titles which used to be exclusive and exciting...
This is not news, but okay.
It's just something I've been looking at upcoming release dates and things like that in games. It's
been an ongoing issue with the PlayStation 3, is that all the huge, or almost all the huge, exclusives that they had that were announced early on have been sort of dropping off one by one.
Well, yeah. Now, I mean, they're both on both the 360 and the PlayStation 3.
Yeah, and in some cases they've even gone straight over to the PlayStation.
Katamari, I think.
Yeah, Katamari
is a good example. That was on PlayStation 3, then went on both, and now it's exclusive to
exactly.
360.
So there's been a few like that where development on the PlayStation 3 has been kind of dropped.
Yeah, but of course Metal Gear Solid and
that's still there. That's still going strong.
Heavenly Sword Is Soul Calibur exclusive to the PS3?
I believe
I think
so.
it is.
Namco is in a bit of a strange position with Sony in that I think they're like part owned by them. They're considered a second party title,
right,
to Sony. Like first party.
I never really
Sony
thought about that
themselves,
before.
yeah.
Does that mean Bungie would be a second party developer?
No, because I think Bungie is owned by Microsoft. That's
so they're a
the
first
difference.
party developer.
Yeah, so they're technically a first party. You don't really see second party. You
Not
hear
really.
third party, but I'm not quite
You
sure
can't
what
skip
a
the second
second
party.
would be.
You kind of miss that party, don't you?
That's a party that no one goes to.
No one goes to.
No, it's
So
like,
there's probably only one or two people in it.
It's like the parties I
damn,
try.
we went to the wrong party.
yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, we're done with that.
Okay.
But yeah, no, so they flirted briefly with other consoles and then they went back. It was like
Who?
Namco.
Oh, right, okay.
Sorry, yeah.
I actually
In my
lost
head
it.
that made sense.
I'm just like, who's flirting with consoles? What?
Yeah, no,
Okay.
they did for Soul Calibur 2.
Okay.
They did the whole doing it on every console.
I
and
thought
then-
that worked great.
Me too. They got Link on the
Link on the GameCube,
That was
Spawn on the
stupid.
Xbox, and no,
Spawn was good.
Spawn was good, but Hayachi or whatever they got,
Heihachi, yeah.
Heihachi on the PS2.
Yep.
Come on,
Why?
Link's awesome.
Link's awesome, but he didn't fit in that universe.
Heihachi though, he's not even a main character
What do you mean?
in Tekken.
He's from Tekken, as
He's
is
the old-
Yoshimitsu. He's in the same universe.
He's the old guy. I don't care.
He belongs in that same group.
Not as cool
Spawn
as
fitted
Spawn.
in. Spawn was cool, don't get me wrong.
Yes.
And he fitted in fine. But Link, I mean, might as well put Kirby in there, for God's sake. Like,
What's wrong with Link? Link fit.
no, he didn't.
He did.
No,
Yes,
he didn't.
he did. The Link. He's like a green fairy boy.
I
as
know.
opposed to like the
Green Fairy Boy.
dude. Look at as opposed to like Ivy, who's like some dominatrix with like a.
Did you
What-
say Dominatrix?
I may have.
Cool.
Dominatrix. Oh God.
What was it?
I don't have much experience with these. What is it?
Dominatrix.
Dominatrix. That's what I
Yes.
meant to say. You've got the Viking girl. I mean, and Link has a big frickin' sword. I mean, that fits.
Nah.
Yes, it does. You're wrong.
It's stylistically totally wrong. It should
Oh,
have,
what
could
would
have,
you
might
know
as well
about
have been
stylistically being wrong?
might have been a Pokemon Pikachu in there. Would have been the same. Would have had the same feel. Anyway, that's not really the point. The point is there was another big gay rumor.
Yes,
I like to say gay.
I know you do because
Instead of-
you're fueling the rumor about yourself.
Yes, I am. Which was PlayStation 3 Lite.
Are you sure it's not called the PlayStation 3 2000?
I actually think that the PSP Light and Slim is the worst name I've heard for a product.
Light and Slim.
It's actually called Slim and Light or Light and Slim. It's not called the PSP Lite. It's not.
Is it a dieting machine or something?
It sounds like it, doesn't it? It sounds like a diet product. But yeah,
PSP
that's what it's called.
Light and
PSP
Slim.
Light and Slim. Look around in the shops and stuff. You'll see that's what it's actually called. PSP 2000 is its model number.
Right.
But yeah, PSP Light and Slim is the actual name.
I mean,
Light and Slim.
I was about to say,
And tasty.
I can just see people sort of like going, "Oh, PSP Lite. I don't know. I kind of need something." It's
Yeah.
Slim as well.
Oh, Light and Slim.
Oh well. I mean, in
Because the
that case,
DS is only light.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So it's clearly better.
That's actually a little bit pathetic now. I think.
I don't know if that's the thinking behind it, but it does seem to be.
Someone at Sony at some point must have been going, well, we can't call it PSP Lite
Yeah.
because you've already got the DS. We have to top it, so let's call it the Lite and Slim.
They should have called it the PSP Lite Slim and has 20 minutes of battery life.
Yeah.
That would be catchy.
Is that how you're finding yours these days, or
I don't know. I don't play it because every time I turn it on, the battery's flat.
really?
Well, it's just weird because the problem with it isn't that the battery doesn't last long when you're playing it, which is fair enough because,
Yep.
bright shiny screen, spinning disc, all that kind of stuff.
Lots of stuff going on.
It's that when it's in standby mode, it still uses up phenomenal amounts of battery.
Isn't that kind of against the? That's not the
The
point.
point of standby mode, I would have thought, would be that it would last a fair bit of time. And apparently, they say it should use up something like 5% of its charge a day, but as far as I can tell, it would completely discharge in about 4 days.
I see.
Which is not 5%.
Not
I
really,
know,
no.
I know maths, and that doesn't add up.
Yeah, I don't, and it still doesn't add
Still
up.
doesn't add up. You're at like 18%.
I know.
Thinking, no, that's not right.
But
anyway,
still, it doesn't sound good. So.
We were actually not talking about the PSP at all. We were talking about the PS3.
A 40 gig hard drive, I believe.
40 gig hard drive, 2 USB ports instead of the current
2 USB ports.
4. I think.
4.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, good.
Yeah, USB ports on the front and at the bottom.
There are 4.
Yeah,
I believe.
Yeah, well, there's not anymore. Not on the new ones.
Okay.
And
it's light.
Because it's light and slim and tasty. And no card reader. No card reader slots.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I think they're things that people went, no one's using them anyway.
Well, no. This comes back to the whole backwards compatibility thing. How many people actually...
Well, apparently that's been ditched as well, quite thoroughly.
What do you mean it's been ditched?
Apparently the backward compatibility is being removed as well. They're not bothering. That's what I heard. There's very little definite information about it.
Yeah.
It might not even end up being a product, but it's almost certain it will be.
To be completely honest, I mean, I still have my PlayStation 2 sitting below my PlayStation 3, frankly, because the Guitar Hero guitars don't fit. Have they nowhere to actually...
The mics don't either, do they?
They might.
For SingStar, you can't play SingStar on it.
No, because they're USB. They might. I haven't tried that. I should try that.
I don't know.
I hadn't thought about that.
Yeah, anyway, whatever.
Anyway, sorry, yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty much confirmed. The thing that I find the most annoying about the whole thing...
Yep.
Because, entry-level product, no problem with that. Cool idea. That'd be the one I'd want to buy.
Yep.
But...
Yes.
It's $700.
Is that all?
That's now... Sony are undoubtedly going to hype that as like $300 off. It's awesome product for the price and blah, blah, blah. And rah, rah, rah. But that's still a lot. Like, compare that to the entry level for the 360 at $400. It's still $300 more expensive, which is nearly twice as expensive.
Yeah, there is this. But then again, I wouldn't recommend anyone buy the bare level Xbox 360 these days either.
No, that's true, because it doesn't have a hard drive,
It doesn't have a hard drive, and the controller isn't
dumb.
wireless.
Oh, okay. No, I do agree with you there, but... And probably the premium, I think, is the one above.
Yeah.
The premium is probably more on a par with what the entry level for the PlayStation 3 would be.
Yeah, it is. But I mean, it's still quite a lot of money. It's.
I guess.
I don't think Sony are really ever going to be able to drop the whole. Oh my God, that's really expensive.
But in the US,
it's
$400 US, which translates to $450 Australian.
And that's why we're pissed off about
That's
this.
the problem that I have with it. It's not that the unit itself is too expensive, but if it's too expensive, if it's that expensive for us, why is it not that expensive for the US? Why is it so much more here? Like, I can accept that it would go to, say, 500 easily, for a little bit extra, and then maybe 600 because we're such a smaller market and blah, blah, blah. But 700? And I picked that too. I picked that on the front of the site.
Okay.
Was to say, I suspect, given these amounts of money, that it'll still be $700.
We might see if we can get some answers about that or something like that.
Yeah, well, I think so. I think we should try to get some info on prices in general.
We'll get our people to talk to their people.
Yeah, we'll have some sort of people meeting.
Say. Yes.
But yeah, so that should apparently be coming out, not just announced, but actually released October 12th.
Jeez, that's quick.
That's next week.
Wow, I'm quite impressed.
Yeah, so it could well be that arriving on shelves October 12th
in a store near you
next Wednesday could be brand new.
Cool. We need to wrap this one up.
Yep. I just wanted to say, people who are interested in getting a PlayStation 3, what do you think of this price? Is this enough? Is this
to justify the cost?
Is this what you've been waiting for, or is this just you want the same, the big one at the smaller price?
Yeah, actually that's fair. Because
this is the price,
or the deal with MotorStorm and Resistance bundled into it. There's that one as well.
Yeah. But that's gone now.
Has it?
I think so. I think that finished start of this month.
Oh, we should check our facts on that one.
Whatever.
But anyway, I'm interested. People that are holding off on buying a PlayStation 3, is this enough? Some of the new games that are coming out, and a lot of the ones coming out over Christmas. Metal Gear Solid 4, of course. Heavenly Sword just came
February,
out.
isn't it?
Yes, actually, I should really know that. Yes,
You
you're
really
right. It's coming out in February.
Yeah.
Ratchet and Clank.
There's a few good things. There are a few good titles.
And Warhawk and Heavenly Sword just came out.
So yeah. And Lair. You know they've released the Lair soundtrack on iTunes?
You said that. Why is that funny?
I just think it's funny that a game soundtrack... Apparently it's quite a good soundtrack, but the thing that I thought was most funny about it was just my own thought, because I think I'm funny, I wonder if it makes iTunes hard to control. Because Lair is hard to control.
Yeah, no, I know.
See where I'm going with that?
I do see
so
where
the control would make it hard to control.
Yeah.
You'd have to tilt the screen and stuff.
Right, okay.
Alright,
I hope you think you're funny.
Apparently that's not as funny to other people as it is in my own head.
As is most things you say.
Everything's funny in my head.
Okay, thank you very much, everyone. We're gonna
finish
leave it at that. We'll talk to you again next week.
I was going to say something else about big gay rumours, but I just lost interest.
You have spent the entire podcast talking about big gay rumours.
Yes, I've been starting big gay rumours.
About yourself.
I know, that's not a good thing.
No.
Anyway, we shall end, and we shall go away.
We already have.
Did we?
Yes.
So we're not even recording this?
No. Oh, am I?
Yeah. Yes, you are.
Okay. This should end on a high note of some sort, though. If people have listened this far, they're going to expect some mind-blowingly funny, insightful, amazing thing that we say that's...
Or a joke.
Alright,
what's ET short for?
What?
Because he's got really little legs. Oh, come on, that's the best joke ever.